Hello viewers, welcome to today's update. So one of the things that Tinubu's administration has been revealing is people that have been hiding and coming out to Nigerians as though they are clean. But Nigerians are now realizing that these people are not actually what they have been portraying to be. And this is actually talking about the appointment of Fela Durotoye by Tinubu, and then also San Olisa Abakuba coming out to tell Nigerians and lawyers to keep quiet, to stop talking about the Chicago State University saga. And people are already coming out to react to this. Why is it that these people that before now we believed in, these people that before now Nigerians held in high esteem, are not actually different from certificate forgers? Because if you embrace a certificate forger, that means you are seeing what he did is correct, and people are already reacting to this. But before we delve fully into this, and before I show us what Abakuba said, I would like us to like this video and to also please do well to subscribe to this channel so you get updates whenever we post a new video. So I'll be reading to us what Abakuba wrote on his X account concerning this. He said, "This madness of Chicago State University must stop now. The cacophony of discordant voices on Tinubu and Atiku over the certificate matter is completely out of hand. This utter nonsense from armchair lawyers is heating up Nigeria dangerously. Please, can we keep our opinions and views to ourselves, awaiting a decision of the Supreme Court? I am so ashamed to see lawyers on television arguing one way or the other on the merits or demerits of the Chicago State University matter. This is most unhelpful. I call out all media that tolerates this nonsense of adjudicating the CSU matter on TV and newspapers. I urge the president of the Nigerian Bar Association to call out lawyers that breach rules of ethics by turning the media into a court of law. Can we please stop heating up our country? Let us allow the Supreme Court of Nigeria to make a judicial pronouncement which is binding on us all. This public nonsense must stop." So this is what he wrote on what people have been doing and how lawyers have been enlightening Nigerians, because before now, some persons were already saying that there is no way that the Supreme Court will accept fresh evidence. But because of these lawyers that go on TV to enlighten people, Nigerians now know better. And we now know that the court is meant to accept fresh evidence. Yet he's coming out now to say that what they are doing is wrong, that they should allow the Supreme Court to actually give their judgment. They should not say anything. Nobody should be discussing this matter. And people are now asking questions. Is it the same Abakuba that spoke and said he has lost confidence in the Supreme Court? Is it the same person? I'll play for us this video where he said that, and this is actually one of the reasons why people are surprised. This person that has been saying the truth, this person that has been upright, what has happened? And that's the same case with Fela Durotoye. But I want us to watch this video first of all, guys.
I've lost a bit of confidence in what the courts have been doing lately. I mean, there was a time you could say, oh, on the facts and the law, this is the likely outcome. Today you cannot, because there have been all kinds of silly decisions. The most silly was that concerning the president of the Senate, who, in order to become Nigerian president, rushed off to buy a ticket to be a presidential candidate of the PEPC, and that meant he did not take part in the senatorials. Lo and behold, he lost. He now ran back after the horse had bolted, clearly to anybody who has any brain, including the justices of the Supreme Court, I might add. And they said no, that the man actually should be the senatorial candidate. That is the most ridiculous decision I've ever heard that the Supreme Court had delivered. So that's why it's difficult. Of course, I don't want to talk about the case of Imo State where everything was turned upside down. So I don't have the sort of confidence that I used to have in the judiciary.
So this is what he said. This same son that was advocating for the people, that said that when justice is served, it will be in line with what people are speculating. And this is the same person that was talking during the PEPT. Now he has ordered people to keep quiet. He's coming out to tell Nigerians to stop talking about the case. And then we are asking this same question: what has happened? And this is also a report from this day concerning Fela Durotoye when he ran for presidency. This is the way this day reported what he said. The presidential candidate of the Alliance for New Nigeria, ANN, Mr. Fela Durotoye, has stated that the All Progressives Congress, APC, and the People's Democratic Party, PDP, are different sides of the same bad coin. And this is a man that has been speaking against bad governance. This is a man that has been against anything evil. And now, all of a sudden, they are now dancing to the tune of Tinubu. In the face and in the midst of this whole certificate forgery saga, this man accepted appointment from Tinubu, and it is the same you that was telling Nigerians to not listen to them because they are actually corrupt people. And now, in the face of this certificate forgery saga, you are accepting appointment from him. And that's the same thing with Abakuba. You never spoke anything against the certificate forgery, and now you are coming out to tell Nigerians to keep quiet about it. Reacting to this on X, this person here said, Mr. Olisa Abakuba advocating for Tinubu to be respected, and that Nigerians should stop the conversation around his fake certificate from the Chicago State University. Mr. Fela Durotoye receiving an appointment from a drug baron and a well certificate forger. We are not surprised. Shamefully, the mighty are falling every day in Nigeria as a result of the mighty giving what they do not have. More and more of your influencers, the people you feel you look up to, have been lined up to pick appointments from Tinubu's illegitimate government. More shocking names will be announced soon by the Aso Rock, and this is just it. These are people that have always been speaking against bad governance. These are people that will not keep quiet when things are not proper in our nation, Nigeria. And now, all of a sudden, in the midst of this whole certificate forgery saga, they have not said anything. Someone like Fela have not said anything, and now he has been given an appointment, and this is to further make him to keep quiet. The same thing to Abakuba from nowhere. You that always speak against bad governance, you that always tell the court to do the right thing, is now telling Nigerians to not put pressure on the court, is now telling Nigerians to stop speculating, to stop saying the truth. This person here reacted and said, even Fela Durotoye, was this the type of Nigeria he wanted to build in 2019? Thank God he no win. I seriously will not blame people that always say that we can't trust humans with innocent attitude. Thank God Tinubu run for president of Nigeria. We for no know the enemy of Nigeria. And that's it. We would have not known these people until now. Because in the midst of all of this that people are talking about, even the international communities are talking about, you that say you are an advocate for human rights, you that say you are fighting for good governance, is accepting appointments from this administration with all of these baggages that they are carrying. You are not speaking against it, but you are embracing it. This person here reacted and said, Fela Durotoye has given you the confirmation that it's not all the youths that contest want that position. They only want to be noticed and bag a position. In 2014, I rather wasted my vote on Fela Durotoye instead of Buhari or Atiku. I just lost my respect for the same man who criticized APC evil. From presidential aspirant to SSA, what a loss of honor. It's sad. Alaye is broke and needs to cash out. Another person here said, Fela Durotoye is now part of the bad coin. I am here to drag you because I campaigned and voted for you. You wasted my vote, time, and resources. This is actually not good at all because it is making it look like we can never have good leaders, because these people that Nigerians are already trusting, just look at what Fela has done. Nigerians, especially young Nigerians, really love him because of the way he actually speaks against evil, speaks against bad governance, only for you to now come out now to be part of the same people you preached against. We saw it in the case of Wike, we've seen it in the case of Reno Omokri, and now Fela Durotoye has joined the queue. Another person here said, now as Fela Durotoye has been noticed and bagged his own appointment, who knows when and if Atiele Sowore will still enter the same bag. We watch out from presidential aspirant to SSA appointee in the third force opposition in democracy. Another person here reacted and said, Nigerian society is completely monetized with zero morality or integrity. In fact, the decay in religious organizations is worse than what is happening in the government or private sector. All institutions of government in Nigeria is rotten to the core. The only language is money, and this is bad. It's not meant to be. How will the only language be money? They don't even have room for integrity, no standards. So far as you need money and they can give you the money, you just dance to their tune. And that's not how it's meant to be. That's not how it's meant to be. You say something today and tomorrow you are twisting your words. The same you that kicked against bad governance, the same you that kicked against this set of people is now working with them. Another person here said, we truly overrate ourselves. Nigeria has been an immoral country almost all its existence, if we truly want to be honest. For the fact a new generation has come with high hopes for this country doesn't change this fact. I am not surprised about all these dishonorables. Another person here said, Fela Durotoye, I have admired him since 2019 when he made that Obama-like statement that he believes in a Nigeria where the son of nobody can become somebody without knowing anybody. The mighty indeed are fallen. And this is it. The same you that made this statement, the same you that have been fighting for the good of Nigeria according to you, this is the same you that is now part of those same people that you spoke against. Another person here reacted and said, Sapa don't reach everybody. Sapa wey no senior man. If you do anyhow, your intestine go twist. Empty stomach reveal the true character of people. Is not really a surprise. One thing I know is they can never buy everybody. One person must stand out. That's enough for me, and that's it, and that's the hope Nigerians are having in Peter Obi, that is a man of integrity, is a man of standard, because at the end of the day what we are seeing now is that these people are actually not meeting to the expectations of Nigerians. These are the people that we were holding in high esteem. And suddenly, San Abakuba is coming out to tell the same Nigerians that he was the one educating before now to keep quiet, to not talk about this Chicago State University issue. Why? This is what people are asking, and that's the same thing with Fela Durotoye. All of a sudden, the same administration you have been speaking against, you are now in their boat. You are now serving under the same administration. But like this person just said, they cannot buy everyone at the end of the day. Even if they are going to bring so many people to their camp, as people are already speculating, we are sure that they cannot buy everyone, and we will still have people with integrity. Another person here reacted and said, I wonder how Nigeria will survive. It's very sad Duro Jaye took the line of tribalism and now defending cheating, all the work he did as a human rights activist and later a son. And that's it. At the end of the day, you that people love, you that people believe in, you just go down this road just like that. This person here said, if Nigerian Supreme Court fails to reset this country by upholding the constitutional order, by sacking Tinubu with all the evidences against him, then it will be over for this country. Nigeria will enter a dark phase where lawlessness, evil, and wickedness never seen before. They have to share as many appointments as possible to help reduce the number of strong voices in opposition and the tendency of opposition supporters to engage in protest. The only people they are scared of is obedience. If Atiku wasn't a former VP, he would have accepted an appointment. This person here reacted and said, Tinubu is sharing the laggies around to buy their silence and support, and people we thought had honor are falling. Well, nothing about Nigeria surprises me. And that's it. It's actually surprising, but at this point in time, it's painful. Because how will you just accept this? You that people love, you that people believe in, that you are fighting for the good of Nigeria and Nigerians, yet you just accept this kind of appointment from the president. Another person here said, we thank God for Tinubu. Without him, we wouldn't know these men on suits are only but men of dishonors and low life. And that's it. Another person here said, from presidential candidate to special assistant. What kind of laughable job title is this? To do what exactly, other than just for the heck of giving him a position? And that's it. He was appointed as senior special assistant to the president on national values and social justice. It was given to him because the president wanted to just appoint and appoint to make people to stop talking and all of that. Another person here said, motivational speaker don't finally collect political appointment. Also reacting to this, another person here said, I just read that Fela Durotoye is now SSA. From aspire to perspire to SSA. Go and stain your own white as you have been given food. Men of honor separate themselves. I guess you're a man of anyhowness. This person here added and said, Fela Durotoye, a former presidential aspirant, is now SSA to Bola Tinubu, motivational speaker and moralist, serving a certificate forger, identity thief, and drug money launderer. Wonders shall never end. And that's it. Wonders shall never end indeed. Nigerian society is in such a big mess, very hopeless, character inconsistencies everywhere. What motivational speeches will he give after serving a certificate forger and a drug pusher? He will start gaslighting his followers, making it look like he is going to contribute greatly to make Nigeria great. Meanwhile, the foundation is faulty. An identity thief with forged certificates and criminal records can never amount to anything good. And that's it. You can come out to tell your followers that you want to join in rebuilding Nigeria and all of that. But at the end of the day, who are you working with? The foundation, like this person here pointed out, is already faulty. So anything you are laying on the foundation will be a challenge to the growth of our nation, Nigeria. Also responding to Abakuba, this person here said, Olisa Abakuba is solid, very well respected, but he missed the whole point by many stretch. 6 months ago, the revered lawyer said, and I quote, I have lost confidence in the courts. What changed? What new facts are before the retired activist and a respected senior advocate of Nigeria? 1. Is Senator Hope Uzodinma no longer a Supreme Court governor? 2. Is Senator Ahmed Lawan no longer a Supreme Court senator? With all due respect, all these attempts by senior citizens at gaslighting Nigerians is becoming very upsetting and unsettling. At the core of the mess in Nigeria is the absolute lack of trust in the judiciary on one hand, the increasing speed the judiciary makes discordant pronouncements, and the manner the people we once respected are beginning to unravel before our naked eyes. Those are the issues, and we mustn't lose sight of that. Arguments that begin in part to correct the mistakes of the past, they end up probably leading to more mistakes than what had come prior to it. Olisa should remember this. Always apply wisdom. Olisa should know there is a court of public opinion, and that is democracy at its best. Not all of us are lawyers, and all of us cannot possibly speak from the same side of the mouth. He could speak more on first name basis and first person pronouns. The next time our respected elder brother tries to caution us, he should please help us by being more specific. Name, names, and shame the devil. Divergence of opinions is democracy at play. If anyone feels defamed, they know what to do. Go to court. No one is hitting up the polity more than those whose certificates are being disputed before the court. In Senate claims, they will step aside and save all of us from the collective shame. Until the judiciary in Nigeria retrace their steps and start behaving like the proverbial Lord Denning, Nigerians will continue to air their views. No one can gag the media. The generation that destroyed Nigeria and made no apologies for that. They really do not have the right to tell Nigerians how to compartmentalize or react. So I will suggest the old remain in their lane and respect their all-knowing wisdom of the ancients. Nigeria is a place of many contradictions. People organize themselves into vigilantes and expect everyone to fall in line. But no one is a child here. Children are in the cradle. No one ever won a battle against the crowd, an outstanding group of people, that is. Eldership is no longer fashionable in this time and age. Elders shouldn't descend in the arena of the absurd until the Supreme Court makes a pronouncement on the matters before them. People should be allowed to ventilate their opinions. This was 6 months ago. Again, what changed? And this is actually it. What changed? The same you that said people should be allowed to actually air their views and opinion, and you said that the judgment of the court will not be different from what people are saying, because it is very easy to interpret the law using our electoral act, using our constitution. The same you said it, and now you are trying to tell the people to keep quiet. Another person here reacted and said the way some respected people are now supporting this ongoing impunity in Nigeria is seriously worrisome. Something must be wrong somewhere, or their camouflage is falling off. Also reacting to this, another person here said the same Dr. Olisa Abakuba that has lost confidence in Nigeria's court wants us to wait until the Supreme Court proves otherwise. This person here added and said, is this not the same Olisa Abakuba's son? Just 6 months ago, this man was actually very critical of the Supreme Court. Suddenly, he now believes in the same Supreme Court. May God not allow our conscience to have a price tag. And this is it. May God not allow our conscience to have a price tag. The same person that was fighting and saying that he has lost confidence in the Supreme Court is still the same person that is telling Nigerians to keep quiet and to not talk about this issue. You may need to go and develop a social media app of your own, because on this matter of how Bola Tinubu tendered a poorly forged certificate, I stand. I am not interested in what the Supreme Court has to say. Bola Tinubu is a criminal and certificate forger. Full stop. You are respected by a whole lot of people, but this your statement is absolute trash. I don't recall you releasing a statement calling out the injustices of the PEPT for that absurd and perverse judgment, but you are here trying to silence our voices on an issue that is as clear as day. Keep your opinion to yourself, because we don't need the corrupt Supreme Court to tell us that the certificate is a forged one. It is as clear as day that it is. This person here reacted and said, Dear Abakuba, I will start on a gentle note to give you the benefit of the doubt that you speak out of disgust for the treacherous and dumbbell comments made by your colleagues from the APC, notably Festus Keyamo, and that you are not writing this to muzzle the public opinions of well-meaning Nigerians. If the above is the case, I would advise you to speak more directly to the legal vipers that have infested the legal profession. Otherwise, please keep quiet. What Nigerians would not tolerate are the pontifications of men who should know better and who could have done better. Lawyers should come down from the high horses and the exclusiveness because you all have failed us. We do not need any further interpretations from the Supreme Court to determine if Bola Ahmed Tinubu forged the CSU certificate. That much has been established already. What we need the Supreme Court to do is simple: disqualify him and cause him not to enjoy the benefits of his crime. Thank you. And that's it. Another person here said, I should wait for human being like me to dictate whether Tinubu forged his or her certificate because the person is so-called a judge. Do we have any functional sector in Nigeria right now? Tinubu forged his or her certificate. Simple as ABC. Another person here said, let us seek whichever way the Supreme Court decides, there is a clear and undisputed fact, which is that at official Albert forged a CSU certificate and submitted it to INEC. Nigerians can't stop talking about an occupant of the office of the president who forged his certificate. It's an international embarrassment, and that's it. Nigerians cannot stop talking about this because indeed it is clear. Even CSU under the position said that it is not from them. So we're not meant to wait from the Supreme Court to determine whether the certificate was forged or not when it is obvious that the certificate was forged. And this is actually to our leaders and to other people out there who are doing the right thing. Please ensure to hold on to that part, because leaving it to go and join this army, this team of people, of forgers, at the end of the day is not just going to affect you, but it's going to affect your children too. It's going to affect people connected to you. Just imagine how the families of these people will be feeling at the moment just because of money. You change and you are now talking and supporting the same administration and the same people that you spoke against, the same people that you were straight about, that you actually cautioned what they were doing. Now you are now supporting them. But the beautiful thing about this is that Nigerians now know better, and we are just learning about all of this, and it's exposing a lot. And I know at the end of the day, Nigerians will get justice in this case. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Please do well to share your thoughts about the video in the comment section. Please do well to like this video, and please do well to subscribe to our channel so you get notifications whenever we post new updates.